Hello everyone. So this is the market weekly update before the market open. Okay, so this is the US dollar index. Okay, so we can see that here is the key resistance level for the US dollar index. Okay, so and the another one is here is the key support level for the US dollar index. Okay, so currently market is showing a bullish structure for the DXY. Okay, so here is the trend line for the DXY, and then we can see that here's a liquidity swap for the DXY. Okay, so after it swept the liquidity, you get a pump of the upside. Okay, unfortunately, it's not breaking up and form a double top, but we can see that it's still holding above the trend line. So there's two scenario here. Oh, okay, so yeah, two scenario. Okay, so the first one is this: it get rejected, it get resisted. Okay, only it breaks here, and then it's holding above, and then we can looking for bullish structure, a bullish momentum from the DXY. The another one is it get resisted, but unfortunately it back here, it breaks the trend line, and then it retest it, and then it breaks another one. Okay, so there's two scenarios for the DXY. Okay, so let's move on to the gold. The gold is simple. Okay, so this is a Fibonacci for the gold. Okay, so currently gold is under the bearish movement. Okay, it's in a downtrend. Okay, so you can see that the gold is going lower high, and lower low, lower high, lower high. Okay, so what I'm looking for the goal is if it going back here, I'm going to observe is it breaking through the 0.618 level. If it's not breaking through, I might take a shot here. I might take a shot here. Okay. And the another one scenario is if it's breaking out, breaking through the trend line and then holding above the 0.618 Fibo level, I might considering to take a long here to the here to this level. Okay, this level 5,300. Okay, so this is the two scenario for the gold. Okay, so let's move on to the US oil. Okay, so US oil currently is in the uptrend. Okay, so we can see that the trend line is formed. Okay, and it's still inside the form in the trend line. Okay, but however we can see that there's a triangle flag, we call it triangle, is under the inside the tunnel. So what we're looking for is we need to see whether it breaks here or breaks here to determine its next direction. Okay, so if it breaks to the outside, so we take a long here, and then our stop loss will be here, and then this one will be our all-time high. We take here all-time high, might be our next target. Okay, so if it breaking to the downside, so what we're looking for is here. After it breaks, it need to be retest. Okay, so our stop loss will be here, and then our short final target will be 70. Yes. Okay, so let's move on to the index. So the first index I'm going to talk about is like Dow Jones. Okay, so you can see that Dow Jones currently is like breaking through its all-time high. So it's reached its all-time high by Friday. Okay, and then what I'm looking for Dow Jones is if it's holding above the resistance level, we switch to the support level. I might considering to take a long here, but if it unfortunately get rejected, I might considering to take a short here, and my final target will be here. This is my final target. Okay, so let's move on to the Nasdaq. Okay, Nasdaq we can look at the smaller time frame, the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so we can see that uh, Nasdaq is trying to break to the upside, but unfortunately it get rejected. So for tomorrow, the market open, I will observing is it breaking up here or breaking or get rejected and get another downtrend. So for the Nasdaq, I'm not considering to sell here, but suggest you guys to sell around this level. You know why? Because here's a form. If this sell is valid, it may form like this double top, and then it goes back to the neckline, and then we take another shot, and then we take a shot here at the neckline part.